The Max Finale event is coming, and we will see the return of every single Gigantamax Pokemon that has been released so far in Pokemon GO. And for this video, I'm just going to give you the 3 things you actually want to know for each battle: if it can be shiny, what is the Hundo CP, and what are the top attackers and defenders. I've done much more in-depth videos on almost every single one of these Pokemon, so if you want a better analysis on and some more insight on those battles, you can check out those videos after this, and I've dropped them all in a playlist to make it easier for you as well. Do keep in mind that these were made before the Pokemon released, so some counters may have been updated, which is exactly why I'm making this video, just to recap for every single one. These Gigantamax battles will take place Saturday, August 23rd and Sunday the 24th, rotating in 1-hour increments. And for Gigantamax battles, please remember you can battle these with up to 40 trainers, and the prevailing method right now for this weekend will be that to bring 2 defenders for each battle and 1 main attacking Pokemon for the max phase. So I'm going to give you guys 5 of the best attackers, including at least 1 Dynamax Pokemon for each battle. And I want to mention up front that if you do not have the Gigantamax forms of Pokemon, then utilize their Dynamax forms. But please make sure you check the moveset appropriately. For instance, Gigantamax Rillaboom is best with Scratch, but if you only have a Dynamax Rillaboom, it may be better with Razor Leaf to give it that Grass-type max attack. For defenders, I can tell you right off the bat, Crown Zamazenta and Zacian, along with Dynamax Blissey, will always be great defenders for all of these battles, so I'm not going to repeat it for every single one we go through, but I will include 2 to 3 other defenders and healers for each battle, just to give you some variety and in case you don't have these already. I'm going to run through these battles in order that they play out for the Max Finale weekend, but I'll have timestamps as well if you want to skip around to see a particular one. Now, Gigantamax Lapras is shiny available and can be caught with a Hundo CP of 1509. Gigantamax Lapras is a water and ice type Pokemon, making it weak to electric, fighting, grass, and rock types. Top attackers are going to be Gigantamax Rillaboom with Scratch, Gigantamax Machamp with Counter, Gigantamax Toxtricity with Spark, Gigantamax Venusaur with Vine Whip, and Dynamax Zapdos with Thunder Shock. Best defenders and healers are going to be Gigantamax Lapras with Psy Wave, Gigantamax or Dynamax Kingler with Mud Shot or Metal Claw, and Single Strike Urshifu with Sucker Punch. Gigantamax Snorlax is up next. It's also shiny available, has fantastic shiny, and has a Hundo CP of 1843. Now, Snorlax is a pure normal type Pokemon, making it only weak to fighting type. Top attackers are going to be Gigantamax Machamp with Counter, either form of Urshifu with Counter, Dynamax Machamp with Counter, and Dynamax Simeon with Counter, as well as Gigantamax Inteleon with Water Gun to change it up so somebody doesn't actually know Counter. Now, I know I said Dynamax Machamp as well in addition to Gigantamax Machamp. That's because it is that high ranking that it does beat out a lot of other Gigantamax Pokemon. So it's definitely worth noting that this does have its own utility here. Top defenders and healers are going to be Gigantamax Lapras with Water Gun, Gigantamax Rillaboom with Scratch, and Dynamax Greedent with Tackle. And now probably the second most hyped return is Gigantamax Gengar, which is shiny available and has a Hundo CP of 1644. Gengar is a poison and ghost type Pokemon, making it weak to dark, ghost, ground, and psychic types. This Pokemon was pretty rough the first time around, but luckily we have a lot better counters now. Top attackers are going to be Gigantamax Gengar himself with Sucker Punch, or if you bring the Dynamax form, make sure it knows Shadow Claw. Dynamax Latios with Zen Headbutt, Dynamax Metagross with Zen Headbutt, Dynamax Excadrill with Mud Shot, and Dynamax Hatterene with Psycho Cut. Best defenders and healers are going to be Single Strike Urshifu with Sucker Punch, Dynamax Greedent with Mud Shot, and Dynamax Corviknight with Sand Attack. Gigantamax Inteleon will be back, but still cannot be shiny and can be caught with a Hundo CP of 1693. Inteleon's a pure water-type Pokemon, making it weak to electric and grass types. So top attackers are going to be Gigantamax Rillaboom with Scratch, Gigantamax Toxtricity with Spark, Gigantamax Venusaur with Vine Whip, Dynamax Zapdos with Thunder Shock, and Dynamax Raikou with Volt Switch. Top defenders and healers are going to be Gigantamax Rillaboom with Scratch, Single Strike Urshifu with Sucker Punch, and Dynamax Zapdos with Thunder Shock. Gigantamax Venusaur is coming back as well, has fantastic shiny available, and a Hundo CP of 1554. Venusaur is a grass and poison type Pokemon, making it weak to fire, flying, ice, and psychic types. Our top attackers for this is going to be Gigantamax Cinderace with Tackle, Gigantamax Charizard with Wing Attack or Fire Spin if you don't have that Elite Fast TM, Dynamax Latios with Zen Headbutt, Dynamax Darmanitan with Fire Fang, and Dynamax Metagross with Zen Headbutt. Top defenders and healers are going to be Dynamax Zapdos with Thunder Shock, Dynamax Greedent with Tackle, and Gigantamax Lapras with Psy Wave. That little gym rat who skipped leg day, Gigantamax Machamp, is going to be back again, shiny available, and a hundo CP of 1746. Machamp is a pure fighting type Pokemon, making it weak to fairy, flying, and psychic types. Top attackers are going to be Dynamax Latios with Zen Headbutt, Dynamax Metagross with that same attack, Dynamax Moltres with Wing Attack, Dynamax Hatterene with Psycho Cut, and Dynamax Unpheasant with Air Slash. Top defenders and healers are going to be Gigantamax or Dynamax Gengar with Shadow Claw, Dynamax Hatterene with Psycho Cut, and Gigantamax or Dynamax Venusaur with Vine Whip. Now, keep in mind, with Gengar as well, he is going to resist fighting type attacks, but he is weak to some of Machamp's other attacks, so depending on the moveset, that may or may not be your best option, so just keep that in mind. And I would say that the Pokemon that is most hyped to return is Gigantamax Toxtricity, which, yes, is shiny available and has a hundo CP of 1486. Toxtricity is a poison and electric type Pokemon, making it weak to psychic and double weak to ground type. Top attackers will be Dynamax Excadrill with Mudshot, Dynamax Kabutops with Mudshot, Dynamax Amistar with Mudshot, and Dynamax Latios with Zen Headbutt, as well as Dynamax Kingler with Mudshot. A lot of Mudshots in there. Top defenders and healers are going to be Dynamax Excadrill with Mudshot, Gigantamax Rillaboom with Scratch, and Dynamax Greedent with Mudshot. Yeah, you guessed it. There was a lot of there. When this was around the first time, everybody just had a team of 3 Excadrills, and that worked out just fine. I think we can get away with the same thing again. Now, to start off Sunday morning, we will have Gigantamax Rillaboom, which is still not shiny available, unfortunately, and has a hundo CP of 1899. Rillaboom is a pure grass-type Pokemon, making it weak to bug, fire, flying, ice, and poison types. Top attackers are going to be Gigantamax Cinderace with Tackle, Gigantamax Charizard with Wing Attack or Fire Spin if you don't have that elite Fast TM, Dynamax Darmanitan with Fire Fang, Dynamax Entei with Fire Spin, and Dynamax Moltres with Wing Attack. Best defenders and healers are going to be Gigantamax Cinderace with Tackle, Dynamax Greedent with Tackle, and Gigantamax Venusaur with Vine Whip. And of course, the GOAT, everyone's favorite Gigantamax Charizard will return, and it can definitely be shiny available as evidenced by my lucky trade with my son, which you should check out after this for a little quick enjoyment. Charizard can be caught with a hundo CP of 1651, is a fire and flying type Pokemon, making it weak to electric and water and double weak to rock. So our top attackers are going to be Gigantamax Inteleon with Water Gun, Dynamax Amistar with Rock Throw, Gigantamax Kingler with Mudshot or Metal Claw, Gigantamax Toxtricity with Spark, and Rapid Strike Urshifu with Waterfall. Best defenders and healers are going to be Gigantamax Blastoise with Water Gun, Gigantamax Lapras with Water Gun, and Dynamax Greedent with Tackle. Butterfree's up next. Hopefully you caught that recently, but it will be back again in case you missed it. It is shiny available and has a hundo CP of 1044. Butterfree is a bug and flying type, making it weak to electric, fire, flying, ice, and double weak to rock. Top attackers are going to be Dynamax Amistar with Rock Throw, Gigantamax Cinderace with Tackle, Gigantamax Toxtricity with Spark, Gigantamax Charizard with Wing Attack, and Dynamax Darmanitan with Fire Fang. Top defenders and healers are going to be Gigantamax Lapras with Water Gun, Dynamax Excadrill with Metal Claw, and Gigantamax Cinderace with Tackle. Now that big bearded snow crab is also returning. Gigantamax Kingler is back and is shiny available and has a hundo CP of 1616. It is a pure water type Pokemon, making it weak to electric and grass types. So the top attackers are going to be Gigantamax Rillaboom with Scratch, Gigantamax Toxtricity with Spark, Gigantamax Venusaur with Vine Whip, Dynamax Zapdos with Thundershock, and Dynamax Raikou with Volt Switch. Top defenders and healers are going to be Gigantamax Venusaur with Vine Whip, Single Strike Urshifu with Sucker Punch, and Dynamax Zapdos with Thundershock. Big Man Blastoise is also returning and can be shiny available with a hundo CP of 1409. Blastoise is a pure water type Pokemon, making it weak to electric and grass, so this is going to be a lot similar to Kingler, where the top attackers are Gigantamax Rillaboom with Scratch, Gigantamax Toxtricity with Spark, Gigantamax Venusaur with Vine Whip, Dynamax Zapdos with Thundershock, and Dynamax Raikou with Volt Switch. Top defenders and healers are going to be the same, Gigantamax Venusaur with Vine Whip, Single Strike Urshifu with Sucker Punch, and Dynamax Zapdos with Thundershock. And last but definitely not least is Gigantamax Cinderace will be back. Still cannot be shiny available, which is a bummer, but it has a hundo CP of 1724. Cinderace is a pure fire type Pokemon, making it weak to ground, rock, and water. Top attackers are going to be Gigantamax Inteleon with Water Gun, Gigantamax Kingler with Mudshot, Dynamax Inteleon with Water Gun, Dynamax Excadrill with Mudshot, and Rapid Strike Urshifu with Waterfall. Best defenders and healers are going to be Dynamax Greedent with Mudshot, Dynamax Zapdos with Thundershock, and Dynamax Darmanitan with Tackle. Again, going back to those healers, Inteleon is that much of a beast that even the Dynamax version is a really great option, higher than some of our other ones, so definitely take that into consideration if you don't have that Gigantamax form. And yeah, Toxtricity will have another appearance on Sunday as well, but the same battle party applies to the low-key form as it does for the amped form, so just use the same team there. So hopefully these top counters will help you get your favorite Gigantamax Pokemon, and if you haven't seen it yet, I should be having a video soon for all of the legendary Dynamax Pokemon that week of the Dark Skies event, as well as a guide for battling Eternamax Eternatus that weekend of the Max Finale, so you can see who your top counters for that are going to be. I'll be dropping these in the coming weeks, so stay tuned and subscribe to get notified when those come out. But for these battles, make sure you get out there and enjoy this game by yourself or with your Pokefam and friends. I'll catch you next time.